Hi folks, here Moxie Gaming Channel. In today's video, we talk about Sword Art Online Variant Showdown. Sword Art Online Variant Showdown is the 10th anniversary of Sword Art. The official version of Sword Art Online Variant Showdown was released on November 20th. Today, I want to introduce you folks to the big changes in the official version compared with previous CBT, such as Sword Art Online Variant Showdown gameplay, tips, tier list and reroll guide. First, let's talk about story. Click the story button, compared with the previous CBT. There are more open things in the official version of the game than CBT. You can see that the extra story is not open now. And the main story has episode 1 to 4, but for unclock episode 4, it needs to pass quest 1 to 9, complete versus Lissadman 3. Let's just click episode 1-3 and see the familiar characters Yui and Kirito. However, the story character voices in games at the moment, and even Kirito rarely voice like the CBT stage. There is no voice. I thought it will be full voice after the release of the official version, but the official version is still no voice. After watching the story, we talk about quests. Quests are divided into two parts. The first part is story quest, the second part is daily quest, and the third part is limited time quest. But it is locked. Let's take a look at the story quest first. In the CBT stage, the number of levels is very few, only 1 to 10 level are open, and it is still normal levels. There are no higher difficulty levels. Compared with the official version, this problem will be solved. Next, we talk about how this game battle. First, your character can come in with 3 characters. Formation member is Silica, Kirito and Lifa. Well, let's take a look at Kirito. This is the move skill. How can you do with this move skill? For example, you can move left or right. Second, you can switch roles, and that switch character is unbeatable, so you need to use it frequently. There is a cooldown time when Kirito switches with characters. Move skills are generally difficult to control. And third, each character has a normal attack and 2 skills, so how effect matchup is very important. Fourth, the awakening status, depending on the character setting, and the so-called ultimate skill. Let's try it out. It should be noted that when we enter the quest, we will find that there is no so-called automatic battle in game. Even if you are a 3-star stage clear, you still have to control manually when you enter the game. There is no automatic battle. If you have to farm material or level in game, so you're going to use skip, and in this case you're going to have skip. Next, let's talk about the daily quest. The first mode, in fact, is the so-called digit earning quests, which are divided into easy, normal and hard mode. The second mode is EXP quest, which is get materials experience for your character. There is also easy, normal and hard mode. The next third, fourth and fifth mode are elemental characters materials quest, divided into fire memory, water memory and wind memory according to different characters. So it show lock in here. Well, these are all things to do every day. It should be noted that the number of challenges you see is Terry's 3. It means that a maximum of 3 challenges is 3 times in a day, whether you're a digit earning quest or an EXP quest, or even an elemental characters materials quest, it's all 3 times a day. So this is basically the number of times you have to farm every day. If you don't skip 3 times today, you will feel out of enough tomorrow. So this is the so-called daily quest. Next, let's talk about member. Let's look at the formation first. The formation can be divided into 3 characters members at most. Each character has its own skill effect, which can be divided into fire effect, water effect, and wind effect. The character category is divided into fighter, defender, wizard, supporter, and ranger. For example, there is the pattern which holding a sword next to SSR Kirito profile, so Kirito belongs to the attacker, and next to SSR Silica profile is the wind pattern, and that is the ranger. And the supporter is a heart. For online formation, each character can have a maximum of 3 ability cards. It can be seen that Silica had 3 ability cards and Kirito had 3 ability cards. Ability card and characters are basically obtained from Scout, so the whole formation is basically 3 characters and then 3 ability cards. After the formation, the next part is character enhancement. Let's just click on Kirito first. The first step is to feed this EXP for Kirito, so you can find that the Kirito experience is increasing and you can increase the character level. For the character, max level is 60. If you want Kirito level to be higher, and beyond the 60 level, which has to break the rank, it's the rank up. What rank up is? After you collect the material, you can boost Kirito rank, from rank 1 to rank 2, his max level can be raised from 60 to 65, and it costs coin. To rank up a character if you wanna, you have to draw the same character, as you can see on the bottom side, and you have to gather to 20 fragments for Kirito character. After rank up, Kirito's comprehensive abilities will increase, and the skill effect will also be increased. After talk about character enhancement. The next is ability card enhancement. Except enhancing characters, the ability card should be trained. Select the SR ability card, and the ability card also needs to feed experience, and then improve the ability card level. The SR ability card can only be increased up to level 20. If you want to increase the ability card level limited, you need to eat the same ability card again. Next, let's talk about events. Just click on it, and you folks can participate in the event which is the Blue-Eyed Demon. Well, let's look at this limited time event, which means it's a limited time event battle. The event time is 6 days left. If you participate in the event and will get massive area points, and you can redeem the event reward when your area points gather a certain amount. For example, I have 682 area points at present, and the maximum reward exchange is 5,000. Except the area point reward, there's also the event mission, which needs you to complete the event mission that get the corresponding rewards within the event time. However, to be honest, this event need a lot of time. Also, the reward is generous. Let's directly click in and have a look. You can find that before we enter the level, there is also skip, so there is no auto battle in the game. If you farm the area point, you must manually or use skip, which actually takes time and energy. This might be okay if you farm easy mode event, but if your level isn't high enough for a hard mode event, you're already struggling and past the level. However, if you farm the area point again and have to repeat the challenge, you will take a lot of time if you haven't skip. And for the current Sword Art Online vs battle system, you need to move and dodge by manual control, switch with characters, release skills, etc. It's not easy thing. Actually, meanwhile the event is limited time, you have to pass the quest by manually, and the more difficult quest it is, the more time it takes, so if you want to play it, I think the game should have automatic battle system, especially if you have already passed the quest, otherwise it will be very weary. After introducing the event, let's talk about the beginner reward, daily reward, weekly reward, etc. We can see that you folks got rich and generous rewards if achieve assigned mission. Well, don't forget to receive the gifts, which include 2 SSR ability cards, 2,100 variant crystals, etc. That's equivalent to 10 Scout. And then, let's talk about Scout part. If you want 10 Scout, it will cost you 1,500 variant crystals. If 1 sound, it will take 150 variant crystals. However, if 10 Scout, it is guaranteed to have at least 1 SR or even SSR card. And characters and ability card are placed in the same gacha banner. So let's look at the drop rates. The drop rates are rounded off to the nearest thousandth. More than one of the same evolution crystals may appear from this Scout. 1 SR or SSR is guaranteed in the 10x Scout. Characters SSR drop rate is 2%. SR drop rate is 13%, R drop rate is 35%. Ability card drop rate is the same as characters. Next, let's talk about SSR characters tier list. First, Lisbeth. Type, Attacker. Abilities, physical attack skills have 80% increase in power when attacking an opponent with a status ailment. Skill 1, Fire Element Physical Damage, 300. Additional effect, Stun. Skill 2, Fire Element Physical Damage, 120. Although she has very few move counts, she is capable of delivering a powerful blow. Her heavy blows help build up the burst gauge, and she is good at disrupting the enemies. An area of effect attack is also possible by charging, tap and hold, the normal attack. So I put her in B list. And then, the Dragon Tamer Silica. Type, Ranger. Element, Wind. Ability, when HP reaches 0, there is a 10% chance of 1 HP remaining. Skill 1, Wind Element Physical Damage, 240, lowers the opponent's VIT. Skill 2, Wind Element Physical Damage, 160, additional effect, Paralysis. A character with skill to reduce an opponent's defense and is highly effective when used in conjunction with other party members. She can also attack at medium range with her peanut by charging, tap and hold, her normal attack. So I put her in S list. Next, the Black Swordsman, Kirito. Type, Attacker, Element, Fire, Ability, STR increased by 50% when HP is at 100%. Skill 1, Fire Element Physical Damage, 300. Skill 2, Fire Element Physical Damage, 120. Kirito is one of the best physical attackers at close range. His sword skill can cause the opponent to go into a negative status ailment and inflict continuous damage, so I put him in S list. And Speedaholic Leafa. Type, Attacker. Element, Wind. Ability, 10% chance to reset the cooldown of a skill when just evading. Skill 1, Wind Element Physical Damage, 280. Additional effect, Pain. Skill 2, Wind Element Physical Damage, 140. Leafa has a normal melee physical attack and a medium-range magic attack that can be released by charging, tap and hold. She is a magic swordsman who can fight while changing her attacks according to her opponent's characteristics, so I put her in a list. Finally, the Flash Asuna, Type, Defender. Element, Water. Ability, 50% wind damage reduction when HP is over 50%. Skill 1, Water Element Physical Damage, 300. Skill 2, Water Element Physical Damage, 150. A character that has high durability and attack power. Asuna is a character who can easily remain in the front line and has many move counts, so she can contribute well to raising party's firepower. So I put her a list. Finally, let's talk about reroll guide. You could reroll again if you have get the character you wanna. Follow my perform, and go back to the main interface of the game, click the menu in the upper left corner, and it will show clear. It display that the game data cache will now be cleared. You could click OK if you come to a decision. Well, that's it for my first impression for Sword Art Online Variant Showdown. I'll leave the timestamps down in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you next vid.